Okay, I was going to use the last recording, but the last recording got messed up at the last minute or so. Um, so now I have my headset off to double check if any is top in the middle and retry. I really don't want to retry. It is 5:38 a.m. and I was supposed to be in bed at 4, but this one 5-minute task took an hour to do. This is just a demonstration of what it currently looks like. It is almost done with the core release, but I am missing a couple of things that I want to have on the core release before initial release. But I'm going to show you where it currently is. If my throat will last another 10 minutes, that would be great. I had to throw away the last recording and it was 10 minutes and I was struggling to get through it. Kind of annoyed. So let's try to get through this. This is the current size. Before I zoom in, I'm gonna zoom in. I'm trying to keep it small because I know that there are a couple of streamers that have noted interest in it. And I'm trying to keep it small enough to make it easier to track. But I'm also trying to balance that size is good enough for a tracker, for a streamer to track it and still have the ability for the viewers to read. I'm not sure that it's working right now, and I am going to zoom in for this demonstration just to, get it out of the way. So here we go, zooming in, screen, and the thing you see right now is a spoiler or a drop down for the spoiler logs so that you can have more than one spoiler log in the spoiler log folder. This was not originally going to be part of the initial release, but it is proven to be a foolproof thing that I need to do because people may or may not listen to instructions. I'm not put more than one in here, so I decided to go ahead and get the drop down working. Eventually this will be a pop-up window instead of just there, because it is very ugly and there's not very much I can do about that. But if I were to click it, you can't see, but I can pick between determined rupee and simple stalfos. I'm gonna load determined rupee, but you see right now we are missing tabs. That is planned for initial release to have default for the 3 tabs. Only 2 are going to show up, and that's because the third one is not finished being designed yet. I'm not certain how I'm going to do that. So if I hit confirm on determined rupee, we will see these 2 tabs pop up. Agatha's castle, which is actually missing a line of code saying that she will share great happiness with you. Whoops. That's a bug I need to go patch. It's not that hard to fix. But it shows you a list of what is on her sign, and you can click on these. The problem is currently that you can't unclick these, so once you click, yeah, clicked. Sorry. Very easy patch, I just haven't gotten around to doing, and I will do it before initial release. But if you were to click all of these, you get the sign, and the label is working this time. And it says that there's nothing left to collect. This is what you've collected. Not sure how useful this would be, but just to get it out there. Giovanni, I don't have a good example of him actually having something. I know that if he has one item but not the other, that it's currently broken and doesn't show the bad as well as the good. Oh, I skipped something. For Agatha's castle, currently it just shows what's on the sign. I am considering an option for showing the heart containers, but I'm not sure if that's going to be initial release or second release. Or second release is more focused on a couple of quality of life changes. So I don't know if the heart containers, heart pieces button is going to be first release or post release. but it will show what bugs have what heart containers and heart pieces. I'm not certain if I'm also going to have that done for pose. My main concern with pose is the fact that if she has quite a lot of them, I don't know how that's gonna work with having a lot of souls plus a list of items given to you. But heart container therapies is planned to be added, not sure when. Giovanni is supposed to show both the good and the bad. In this case, he has only bad. But if he were to have good, currently he does not show the bad. He is supposed to show both. I don't have a spoiler log where I can test half and half. It's either all or nothing. So, I currently don't know, like, a good layout for that. If you have a spoiler log that has a 20 good and a 60 bad, I would really appreciate that. Thank you. But all I have is, right now, is bad. So this is bad. He has nothing good for you. If he were to have something good for you, it would show you the checklist like it did for Agatha. But again, it won't show you the bad afterwards. A suggested feature already has been brought up to have a thing to show where you can find X amount of the souls. But I don't think I'm going to implement that until much, much later down the line because I don't know where you've been, and there are 60 of them to show you. So I don't think that's going to be in any release soon. Giovanni also doesn't take up that much space, so in second release I'm probably going to be seeing if I can have him double up with probably dungeon signs or fishing hole, no, harpies, bottle. I don't know how those are currently handled, and I thought about the fishing hole during the last recording. There's supposed to be a third tab that I don't currently have designed, which is supposed to just list all of the other hints, or be able to track all of the other hints. I don't know how I'm going to design that. And I know that for the initial release it is definitely going to have a default, which is probably just going to be like a blank notepad. And by second release have a more fully fleshed out UI. On the main page, I will be having settings for saving, resetting, and changing the spoiler log. Not an initial release is going to be a dark mode, just because all the UI changes are probably going to be like just fancy UI release changes are probably going to be like release 3. Want to get the core function down before I start changing how things look. So unfortunately dark mode is not going to be initial release. Spoiler log is going to be an option, which is going to be a pop-up window specifically instead of just a drop down on this page because it takes up space and is ugly. Saving, resetting. There's something else and I can't remember. It's supposed to go on this page. Whoops. Yeah, there's something else that's supposed to go on this page. First release. I can't remember what it is, so whoops. So this is what it currently looks like. And that's what I've got planned for initial release, at least mostly. If this is not a very good recording, then hopefully in the morning I can do a better one. Morning being probably like evening because I am up so late. I will also be asking my friend if I can record it like a video while I'm doing the tutorial and walking them through it, because I'm gonna be having a session tomorrow where sitting down with a new user and like going through and saying, here's what I feel about this. So maybe I'll have that video. We'll see. For now, that is all I have to say. I am willing to take feedback, and I am going to bed now. I am over an hour, 2 hours now, past when I was expecting to be in bed.